chit-chat. Don't mind that. All good.
Didn't go over the line. You're happy with that?
It's a red-blooded contest. You've got to allow players a bit of leeway. I loved watching that. I thought it was absolutely fantastic end to another really close nip and tuck day.
And just quietly, Rishabh Pant's been treated quite a few times for hand injuries throughout the Test match. Anyway, we move on. This is brilliantly poised.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody's game now. One innings game. Where would you rather be? I'm not sure. I think maybe in India's camp, just because of the difficulty of the third innings when you've got those two first innings dead close to each other, and they've got Bumrah, and they've got two proper spinners on a dry wearing pitch. Basically, one bad session is going to cost the team here. Who's going to hold their nerve?
How quickly do England go then with the bat?
Well, they're going to have to see off that first hour tomorrow. I mean, obviously, it was Bumrah the other day knocking over Brook, Root and Stokes and Wokes, three of them in that one spell, 5-over spell in the morning. So he's going to come in hard in the morning for 5 overs, 6 overs. That's going to be an hour's worth of cricket. So they're not going to be able to take any liberties against him. If they get through that, then clearly they've got the batters in that middle order to try and push things on. But I think they're going to have to take it stage by stage.
Fantastic theatre at the end of the day's play. There was high drama as well in the middle when Jofra Archer got into one of those spells, Ath. He just seemed to find some perfect rhythm from that nursery, and this is quick.
This was a really good sign. This was his 71st and 73rd over, so he's bowling with a dead old ball right before the second new ball. And we put together 15 balls. We'll show you 12 of the 71 and 73rd that were all over 90 miles an hour. But the 3 from his previous over, the last 3 balls, were also over 90 miles an hour. So basically it was 15 balls on the bounce, all between 90 and 94 miles an hour with a really old ball on a sluggish, slow pitch. So that's a really good sign for England going forward. Obviously, it's early days in his Test comeback. He's going to have to put in spell after spell after spell, but that's a good sign.
And he seemed really engaged in the contest as well, the long follow through, the stairs.
Absolutely, yeah. He was, at one point, he was like 2 yards away from the batter, so he was really following through. He had momentum, he was bowling quickly, he really fancied it. And it's exciting, you know. Ben Stokes said before the game, he's a bowler who changes the mood of the occasion. And when he gets his ball in his hand, you can feel that in the crowd. Lord's is quite a subdued kind of a ground, but you can feel the crowd just getting up when Archer's got the ball in hand.
Talking about getting into the competition, Ben Stokes today, that brilliant run out of Rishabh Pant, and then that spell which he had to be dragged off from. Brendan McCullum got a message down to the boundary edge, and Tim Southey said, mate, you're done here, you're cooked, you've got to come off.
I'm not sure I'd want to be in Tim Southey's shoes telling Ben Stokes to come off. But
well,
he bowled, he bowled 7 overs. And actually his rhythm throughout the summer with the ball has been excellent. There's been a bit of focus on his batting form, but for the moment that he came in Zimbabwe, you know, on the back of all the injuries he's had, his rhythm has looked excellent. And he's talked about watching videos of when he bowled in Cape Town in 2020 when he thought he was at his best. He's made a couple of technical tweaks. He feels technically he's back to somewhere near his best. It's just fingers crossed that his body holds together. That was a superb 7-over spell, and just signs of a little bit of up and down bounce. So you do feel now in the last 2 days that you could get a session where 4 or 5 wickets go, and that might be the critical session.
One bad session, as you mentioned, half a bad session, that could be the difference?
Yeah, I mean, in a test match can be a slow burner. You don't know which way it's going, but then things, particularly towards the end of a game on a dry pitch, things can start to happen quickly. So one team can lose a game with one bad session. We don't know which team that will be. England will hope that they have a good day's batting tomorrow to get ahead of the game.
Let's hope Zak Crawley's hand has healed okay as he heads in tomorrow. Unbeaten with Ben Duckett, England's lead is 2, scores level on first innings, 2 they take in today.